guys, and welcome back to Little Bitty Noggins. Today we are going to be doing a review video of this Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn. This is the only skein that I bought because I figured, what if it doesn't work? Why spend a whole bunch of money if you're just gonna end up not using the yarn the way it's supposed to be used? So what I'm gonna do is, here in a second, I'm gonna go over to my work table and we're gonna work on a granny square with this yarn and see if it actually works or if it's a dud. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it and I hope you join me. See you over there. Jumping right in. The skein of yarn recommends that we leave a 4-inch tail so we have something to weave in at the end of our granny square. And so it's a little more secure, I guess. So what we're going to do is we are going to make our slip knot, and then we are going to chain 4. So there's our 4 chains, and we're going to slip into the first chain and make a slip stitch. And then we are going to chain 5 like so, and we are going to do 3 double crochets. Come on. 1, 2, 3 into that loop that we created, and then we are going to chain 2 between our groupings of 3 double crochet, making our corner. Two, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have 2 more double crochets to make, and we have this much yarn. I'm worried again. Let's see, will it work? Will it pan out for us, guys? Going pretty loose. I've got a wee bit extra. So what's gonna happen? Yeah. All right, what can I do? Suppose I could loosen up my tension on the last few stitches. Just kind of be a little loosey-goosey with it and see if that helps some. That's a little bit better. All right. So yeah, that's pretty good. And there's the space we're going to make our corner here. So we're gonna chain up 5, starting into our pink row. Find the space in between. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 in between. 1, 2, 3. We're going to pull out all of the yarn. I'm going to pull out all of the yarn that I need for this round. Oh, there it went. Kind of tidy it up a bit real quick. All right. So we finished that first cluster of doubles. We're going to chain 2. Make our second cluster of doubles. Chain 1. Good job. All right. Doing great, guys. Hopefully this works really well. I would really love it if I didn't have to color change on granny squares. And there was a yarn that was just made for it. And as long as the colors were good, I tend to appreciate blues and greens. So if there were some that were blues and greens, I would really like that. Blues, greens, teals. Pretty cool colors. All right. Okay, so we have that much yarn left, which is like a pretty good bit, but we only have 2 double crochets that need to be made in here. So that is a wee bit problematic. We've got at least another double crochet worth of almost a whole, yeah. I mean, I could just do, these were all loose too. All right, we're gonna go back to this row here, and we're just gonna be a little more loosey-goosey with it. This is a struggle. Maybe my tension's just too tight, because on both of these rows I've had extra and not been short. So that maybe that has something to do with it. Now it's like, please, begging. Oh, it's a little bit better. All right, if we do that, that's where the color changes. It's not bad. All right, so we're gonna chain 5. We're gonna go into, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to slip stitch into that chain 2 space, like so. All right, chain 5, 3 double crochet, and I'm going to pull out all of the color that I need for the next row. Okay, so the skein of yarn says that it makes 14 granny squares. That's not bad. That's not bad. These are pretty good sized granny squares too, so they're not like teeny tiny. So I don't know how many granny squares this size you would need to make a blanket. I would have to do the math and all that fun stuff, which I did not do before this video. I don't usually make a lot of granny squares. The last grouping of granny squares I made 256 granny squares to make a Mario mushroom blanket for my husband for Christmas. This was probably, it was before we moved, so it's probably been about 10 years since I made a large quantity of granny squares. And I did make my grandmother a pretty lap blanket that was in shades of blue, because blue is her favorite color. It was her favorite color. And I brought that up to her. She lived in Connecticut at the time, and I live in North Carolina. So we went up to visit her again. It was like 10 years ago. And she loved it. It's always nice to be able to make somebody something that they love and cherish. And I don't usually do a lot of big projects. My projects tend to be smaller scale. Oop, I hit the camera. My projects tend to be smaller scale. A lot of amigurumi, a lot of decorations, decor for your home. I don't make a lot of blankets because I don't have the patience for it. I do not have the patience for blankets or for clothing. I struggle keeping focus. Oh, crud. All right, let's see what happens. How bad is it? See, this time my tension was too loose. I was loosey-goosey. And I was too loosey-goosey. Each row has been a different issue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up to this corner and we are going to tighten up our tension on this last row and see if we can make it, because it was only a small amount. This video is going to be longer than I thought it was going to be because of all of these, having to pull out all of these stitches and then re-stitch them. All right, 2 more. 1, please. Oh, so close. Okay, that's not bad. I'm calling that a win. All right, so we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, stitch into there, and then slip stitch back into that loop, chain 5. All right, we're gonna pull out all of the pink that we need until it turns white. This is a lot more. There it is. Okay. And onward. Okay. It hasn't been super hard to use this yarn. More than anything, it's just trying to get your tension correct, I think. Because if you are too tight, you end up with too much left over and you have to backtrack and make your stitches looser. And if you are too loosey-goosey, you end up with not enough yarn and you have to go back a row and tighten up your tension. So it's just trying to find that perfect place where you're not super tightly crocheting and you're not super loosely crocheting. And someday I'll find it. I don't know when, but someday. Maybe with this row. Maybe. Maybe. Probably not. But you never know. It might work. It might work. I cannot wait for my nails to heal. I really miss having pretty polish on them. But gotta make sure everything is back to normal before putting stuff back on them. Nail care is important. Alright. So if you have used this yarn, if you've used it, and you have found the perfect tension and have any tips or tricks for me, I would adore it if you would leave them in the comments, because as you can see, some of this has been a little bit of a struggle. And if you've got a hint and you've made a million of these and they work so well for you, please tell me what it is. Please help. Send help. I'm so nervous. Oh no. How much do we got? Oh, Jesus. Cheese and rice. All right. I've got 6.5 more stitches and only that tiny bit of yarn. I think I was too loose again, guys. All right, we're just gonna be real tight with these last stitches and see. Maybe. Nope, that's it. Oh, all right, we're gonna go back to the corner. I'm gonna go back to this corner. Good grief. Just tighter with the stitches in this row. I just cannot get my tension right. The struggle is real. It was a good idea on paper, not so much in real life. Either that or I'm just not doing it right, which is always possible. Come on, just have 2 more. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Dang it. I'm going to have to go back further. Holy jeez. All right, we're going to try again. All right, instead of pulling out to this corner, we're going to go back to this corner. We're only going to do, you see how long those stitches are? Let's just, look, we're going to go to here. All right. The struggle is real. Having to crochet so tight. I'm not used to this. So for this, the ball or the skein of yarn recommends using an I 5.5 millimeter hook. If you tend to be a looser crocheter, I think I would recommend going, what is it, down, a looser crocheter, going down a hook size or 2. Or if you are a tighter crocheter, I would recommend going up a hook size or 2, depending. I always thought I was an average crocheter, and apparently I'm gonna have too much yarn. I have a feeling. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right, so maybe it'll be just enough. Crochet these really tight. Oh my goodness. All right, there it is. We made it to the end of that row. All right. So now we are going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space. We are going to pull out all of the white yarn we're going to need for this row. Come on. There it is. And if we've learned anything from these last few rows, it's to crochet tighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 3 double crochet in that corner. Crochet tighter, but not too tight, because if you crochet too tight, then you're going to have too much. Who'd have thought that a yarn ball would make me so frustrated? I didn't know. All right, well, this is the last round. So hopefully this one will come out well. We've had to pull stitches out on each row to attempt to get this correct. It's a lot. So I am wondering if, if you don't have the correct tension, is it worth the time to have to pull out all of the stitches instead of changing colors? That's the big thing for me. like, how much time savings is it actually if you're having to pull out rows, like sides of your granny square to redo them? It'd be interesting to find out if there actually is a time savings or an ease of use. Yeah, you don't have to change colors, but there are other things that you're sacrificing if you are using this yarn instead of just doing the traditional granny square. All right, how we doing on yarn? Hopefully we're doing okay. Oh Lord. Don't mind the noisy children out there. They're playing. My younger daughter has two of her friends over right now, and they're being loud. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but I sure can. All right, we're almost done. 20 minutes later. Oh, I'm worried. Oh, I think, I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep crocheting. Or as Dory says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Oh. See, hopefully we have, oh no, oh no, no, no. All right. So we want to have enough to finish the row and enough for a tail to be woven in. That's what we're aiming for here. That's what we need. All right, can we do it? I think we can. I think this might be the row, guys. I think this might be the row where I got my tension right. Look, 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 look. Oh, it's a miracle. All right. And then we just cut where the white ends and the purple begins. Pull that purple out. And then there's our granny square. All right. So, my final thoughts. I love the colors. I love the colors. I love the texture of the yarn. It's not super rough like the Red Heart Super Saver. It feels like if you washed it a few times, it would be nice and soft and cozy. So I like that. It doesn't irritate my skin. And again, the colors are gorgeous. The downside, I struggle with my tension with this. Maybe someone else whose tension is like on point, like perfect, would be able to use this yarn more than I can. It's just a little bit, I don't know if there's a time savings for me in it. So maybe with a little bit more practice, I could get it down to where there would be a time savings for me. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Have you tried the Red Heart Granny Square all-in-one yarn, and what were your thoughts on it? Shoot me a message. Put a comment in the comment section. I will let you know where I got my yarn from Joann. That's the only place that I've been able to find it here in the States. I looked at Walmart. They didn't have it at the Walmart here in North Carolina, or at least at my Walmart they didn't have it. But yeah, an 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It does a pretty good job. You just have to get your tension correct. Would I buy this yarn again? If I was able to get my tension right every time and not have to continuously pull out rows, then yes, I would absolutely buy this yarn again. Until that time, I might just have to sit here and continue practicing. All right, guys, well, that is this review and use of this product. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Every little bit helps with the algorithm, and I look forward to seeing y'all next time. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, friends.